CFB Nation, how's it going? It's SC Romero here to bring you some more knowledge about the Ducks. We have a big week this week. This is a special Friday night's edition of the O.
All right, everybody got goals and aspirations. You know how you get those? You be the best where you're at.
What does Evan Stewart bring to the table here? In short, you get a baller.
The grass is not always green. In fact, the grass is damn green in Eugene.
The grass is damn green in Eugene. CFB Nation, how is it going? As I mentioned, we want to bring you a special Friday night's edition of the O because we have a big week this week, man. This is a huge week. Ohio State is coming to Eugene. That's right. You heard it right. The number 2 school in the nation is coming to the number 3 for College Game Day. It is going to be a huge matchup. But before we get there, let's revisit some things. Last week we played against Michigan State. It was great, right? But the key to Oregon, and something I haven't seen this year in Oregon in general, is playing all 4 quarters. I have seen Oregon show up in multiple areas of the game, but they aren't showing up consistently throughout the game. I feel the defense is getting better at that. We're getting stronger and better in tackling. Our defensive backs are actually closing out some of these wide receivers and making big plays on the ball, getting some pass deflections. Our edge rushers are coming in and adding pressure to the quarterback. They're making it feel like it's a little bit easier now, right? And those were all questions coming in, but we're getting better as a defensive unit. On offense, there's still some struggles there. There's still some things going on there where it's like, are we still that Oregon team we were? That explosive team, or did we really transition into something into the Big Ten and just focusing on this run, focusing on the offensive power line and focus on the defensive power line? What happens in the trenches? Did we forget who we were? Because we see signs of explosion, but that's not consistent. It's not on every drive. It's not something we're seeing every time the Oregon offense gets on the field, which is missed heavily. Now, 4 quarters is huge, especially when we're going against a team like Ohio State. I talked about it a couple weeks ago where this is truly our first matchup in the Big Ten. Yes, we played Michigan State last week. I get that. But they were still like a Pac-12 identity. They had a coach from the Pac-12 go over there. They had a quarterback from the Pac-12 go over there. They had pieces from the Pac-12 go to them. So was it really as much as that Big Ten feel as people said? Where this week, this is the bread and butter of the Big Ten, right? Outside of Michigan, who we do play in Michigan in the Big House, that'll be a great game too. But outside of that, this is the Big Ten, right? When you think about the Big Ten, you see the O on there, and I'm not talking about the Oregon O. I'm talking about the Ohio State O, and people recognize them. They get multiple draft picks. They get produced talent on both sides of the ball consistently. This is a tough matchup. This isn't a matchup where we can just have a big play in the first quarter, a couple big plays, and then not do anything in the second, and then we come back in the third and fourth. No, this is something every single quarter, every single time, both sides of our ball are on the field, we had to make an impact. On the offense, we had to take advantage of finding their sweet spots in their zone coverage. They have talented safeties out there in Ohio State, Denzel Burke being one of them. They have people that can shut down our receivers. So when our receivers are shut down, we're going to rely on our tight ends, Sadiq and Ferguson. We're going to rely on Jordan James to get open in the middle if he's running a route because our wide receivers are shut down. They have a guy in Jack Sawyer off the edge who can bring that pressure, which takes me to decision-making. Dylan Gabriel gets the praise for his accuracy, right? He does have phenomenal accuracy, right? He's one of the leaders in the nation when it comes to delivering darts and hitting his wide receivers consistently. Phenomenal. But his decision-making in some crucial times has been effective. This past week in the end zone, we had it where it was a slow route. It was a fake handoff to our fullback, and he is in the end zone. He goes out. Dylan Gabriel sees him, and then he kind of stops. He sees him. He sees a rusher come in, and then he rushes out, and he throws it for interception. You can't be having that. You can't have those plays like that to make it happen. In situations like that, take the ball into your own hands and run it into the end zone, or there's a flat, you see the tight end go out, you need to be quick in those moments. And at times, I feel he's not being quick, or he's not going through his scans on the field to find the open guy. He's looking at his first read. If that's not there, he's like, okay, I can't do that. I need to just run for the ball because the pressure's closing in. Bro, you got to take some of these hits, man. I know it's not as a quarterback, but you got to take some of these hits and just deliver your throws. And it comes into big plays. In big plays like that, where we have a chance to put up 7, you can't miss that opportunity against Ohio State team. Yeah, it was okay against Michigan State. It's okay against Oregon State. It's okay against these teams we played. It's not okay against Ohio State. If we have a chance to put on 7, meaning we're in the end zone, we're in the red zone, these decisions that Dylan Gabriel makes in the split second, man, they gotta be money. You can't turn the ball over. More so, if you're not gonna put up 7, you better put up 3 in the end zone. But if you don't, you can't turn the ball over. You can't let Ohio State suck that momentum out from us, especially when we're at home in Austin. You can't change the tides like that. And Ohio State has the capability to do that. Oregon, we have to be prepared. You have to be ready. You know the pressure's coming. You know it's coming from the outside. You know it's potentially coming down the middle. You know they have the guys on the end. You have to be ready for every aspect of their game to hit them. It plays in all 4 quarters. It plays in the decision making, which leads me into our Pac-12 identity, because something that we have lost is that explosion. We see it time and time again. We see opportunities there, but that is huge for us in this game. These big plays, whether it's a play to Ches Johnson for 70-plus yards, whether it's a play to Trayshawn Holden just for the first down, if it's a slant route out to Evan Stewart and he goes gone, you have to make sure these plays are consistent. We had to hit these plays multiple times this game. Again, a few weeks ago, talked about playing to win or playing not to lose. In this week, play to win. It's all about winning. There is no, oh, we're up 20 and they have 7 points. No, you play to win. You pull up points every time you get on the field, whether it's 7 or 3. These 3 and outs, this can't happen against Ohio State. We can't allow them to get ahead of us. We can't allow them to take the momentum from us at home. How are we the underdogs when it's in our house? That makes no sense. We have to go out there and be physical. I know our defense is going to come. Jordan Burch is doing great off the edge. He's adding tons of pressure. He's gained sacks, leader on the team for sacks right now. He's looking like Brandon Dorless 2.0. He's making some plays. We know the defensive line is going to show up. Our defensive backs, although they are physical, they're going to have a tough time. Ohio State, they have wide receivers too. Ohio State, they have running backs too. But our guys can be better. This is not only a matchup of the Big Ten. This is a matchup to see, hey, what is Oregon really about? You know, the first 3 weeks, we struggled. It looked horrible. The past 2 weeks, we got our mojo. We got that momentum a little bit. But this is the game. This is the game that's going to say, Oregon, are you for real? Oregon, are you ready to go do this? Are you ready to be a national contender? Because either way, the road to the national championship starts at Ohio State. And this game is going to say a lot. This game is going to say a lot about Dylan Gabriel, to be honest. Yeah, a loss, it can affect him in a negative way. How bad is it if it happens? Dylan, you got to come out guns a-blazing. Boy, you better throw for 50 plus times. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's overthinking. But I'm saying you got to come out guns a-blazing. Jordan James, you have to be picking up the blitzes, man, when you're called upon. We're going to see more from Noah Whittington as well. He's got to go step up. We're going to see the run game have a 1-2 punch like Ohio State does. Blow for blow on every side of the field, on the defense and the offense and the special teams, we are matched up equally, if not better, than Ohio State. Vice versa, right? They have areas of their game where they're great. They have areas of the game where they need to improve on. We do too. The key is, though, Oregon has a lot more that we need to improve on. It's been a few weeks. It's been something we've constantly tried to get better in. Dan Lanning's doing great, right? We're undefeated. We're number 3 in the nation. This is number 2, though. How for real are we? This loss may not knock us down the rankings a lot, right? Because it's against the number 2 team. Again, underdogs. So if we lose, it's like, they saw it. But why are we going to give them that advantage? Why are we going to tell them, hey, this is what it is, and yeah, y'all were right, Ohio State's better? Nah. We're in the Big Ten now, baby. We're here to show everybody who the true O is in the Big Ten. It's not the Ohio State that's wide receiver you. Nah, we have explosive talent as well. This is our time to show it. It's the blackout in Alton this week. If you're going to the game, make sure you're repping black in the O, in the yellow. Make sure you're doing that. We are going to shut it down. Everyone's going to jump. We're going to be excited. It starts this weekend. The Big Ten matchup. What we've been waiting for. This time for us to say who we are. We were cut short last year in the Pac-12 when Washington came in. That was our nemesis. That was our Achilles heel, Washington. We can't have another Achilles heel, man. This is a new era. This is a new opportunity. This is the Big Ten. This is Oregon going to the Big Ten and saying, look, this is now our conference. We are here to make a name. We are here to make a statement. And it's going to start with this week when Ohio State, the Buckeyes, come to us, and we're going to go out there and show them everything we have. And I hope Dan Lanning opens up the playbook a little bit more. I feel, I could be wrong, but I feel he's been, sheltering it a little bit. It's been closed a little bit. This is a week we open it all out, man. This is a week we've been waiting for the Evan Stewart experience. I know he's had his big plays here and there. This is the week where it goes down and we see Evan Stewart do some big things. This is a week, maybe Garrett Bryant's on the field. I don't know. Maybe we call up Jeremiah McClellan, the freshman. I don't know. Maybe Jay Harris gets something. Well, I don't know. This is a week we open up the playbook and we have so many different playmakers in different areas of our team that this is the opportunity for them to say, look, it's time for me to get on the map as well. We need every single person, from Cornelius on the offensive line, from Trayshawn Holden in the receiver core, from Jabbar Muhammad on the defensive backs, from Mateo Ugalele in the linebacker room, from Jordan Burch in the defensive line area. We need everyone to come together and do some big things all around. This is not a solo performance. This isn't for highs. I don't care what it is. Collectively, we need to show out. We haven't done that. We've had parts of our game work, and then other parts just fell miserably. That can't happen this week against Ohio State. This is the game for Oregon to say, look, we are contenders. We are for real. Right now, I don't think many people do. Right now, I'm a little hesitant if we are with the way we've struggled in our first 3 weeks against teams that those should have been blowouts. Yeah, we won these last 2 weeks, but now, hey, our foot's on the gas now, right? We saw Puddles go in on the bike, right? We're going to see him ride in on the bike, on the Harley. Hey, that foot better be straight on the gas. You better hitting that 0 to 60 in milliseconds because Ohio State's going to come ready. They're going to come prepared. Oregon, this is a phenomenal opportunity for us to say, look, we are the Big Ten contenders. The Big Ten goes through us. It goes through Austin. Why? Because the grass is damn green in Eugene. This is the time, Oregon. Show up tomorrow. This is the opportunity. We're going to have tons of athletes out there too, tons of prospects. We can't allow them to flip. We've been killing the prospect, the recruiting room. We've been killing it. We go out there and choke against Ohio State, like choke horribly. This could cost us. It can. This is the time, Oregon. Go out there, wear black, rep the O. Let's show Ohio State who the true O is in the Big Ten. I am SC Romero, CFB Nation. We will see you and talk to you after the Ohio State game. Until next time, peace.
All right, everybody got goals and aspirations. You know how you get those? You be the best where you're at.
What does Evan Stewart bring to the table here? In short, you get a ball.
The grass is not always green. In fact, the grass is damn green in Eugene.